Everyone has played with this program since OpenAI published its popular chatbot Chat GPT in November 2022, simulating news stories or messaging potential dates. According to experts, Chat GPT can even explain quantum physics and compose poetry at will. A full AI takeover isn't exactly on the horizon, like Skynet from Terminator. Hey, welcome to the channel. Subscribe and follow for more tech-savvy videos. Let's dive in. Chat GPT, what is it? The term generative language model refers to Chat GPT. In reality, though, it is recognized as an AI chat that has been programmed and created to carry on normal discussions. The research firm OpenAI, launched in 2015 in San Francisco by Sam Altman, Elon Musk, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, and Wojciech Zaremba, is the owner of Chat GPT. Older millennials who grew up using IRC chat rooms, a text-based instant messaging medium, may be reminded of the experience of interacting online by the informal style of talks with a bot. The most current development in technology, Chat GPT, also referred to as large language model tools, does not think or converse with sentience the way people do. What are the uses of Chat GPT though? Along with having fun asking questions, Chat GPT can be used for a variety of purposes, some of which are covered below. You may create cohesive and well-written text using GPT in a variety of genres, subjects, and tongues. Additionally, summaries of news, descriptions of products, or stories can be generated. This discussion makes it possible to study issues and come up with answers or solutions. A chatbot can use ChatGPT to provide acceptable and dependable responses on a variety of situations. It can be used to create eye-catching social network postings and communications. You may create emails, reports, and other material for productivity programs using GPT. Large data collections may now be examined and useful information can be gleaned from them thanks to ChatGPT. How is ChatGPT operated? The name Generative Pre-training Transformer is self-explanatory. Chat, the transformer, designed serves as the foundation for GPT, a generative language model. These models are effective in learning to execute tasks involving natural language processing while processing massive amounts of text. Particularly, the GPT-3 model has 175 billion parameters, making it the biggest language model ever trained. GPT requires extensive textual training in order to function. For instance, the GPT-3 model was trained using a text sample with more than 10 billion words and over 8 million documents. The model learns how to carry out tasks involving natural language processing and produce content that is well written and coherent from this text. As we saw, GPT may be used to carry out a variety of tasks if the model has been properly trained. Training was conducted using reinforcement learning, which is dependent on user feedback, finally through carefully guided fine-tuning. Conversations between the user and the AI assistant were provided by the human AI trainers. The coaches also received written recommendations to aid them in creating the proposals. In order to create a dialogue format, they combined the Instruct GPT dataset with this new dataset. However, how was the reinforcement learning reward model developed? Gathering comparison data was the first item that was required. This was made up of at least 2 model responses ordered in order of quality. They therefore chose a few of the trainers' ChatGPT chats at random in order to gather the data. They experimented with numerous endings in order to rank them for coaches. For this reason, proximal policy optimization could be used to modify these reward models. Additionally, the trainings were conducted on a supercomputer using the Microsoft Azure platform. In conclusion, text input is given to the model in order to employ GPT in a chat. This input could come in the form of a query or a sentence in context. GPT creates a suitable and a cogent answer from this input. This response can actually be used in a chatbot or any other application where it's important to produce text from an input. What does ChatGPT's transformer-based architecture mean? Data processing, known as transformation, is done on groups of elements such as words in a sentence or characters in a word. Additionally, transformers are machine learning models that have been explicitly created to use transformations to process sequences of elements. The architecture of the transformers is built on the application of attention, a method that enables the model to focus on certain elements of the input sequence at various points while processing the sequence. This improves the efficiency and accuracy of the transformers as information processing and natural language processing operations. A generative language model based on the transformer architecture is called GPT, Generative Pre-training Transformer. This indicates that the model has been built to handle transformations and attention to process sequences of items such as words in a sentence. This architecture has completely changed how many NLP jobs are approached and is particularly efficient at handling natural language processing tasks. With Chat GPT, we converse, how could Chat GPT be advantageous to its creators? Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, stated in an interview in 2019 that they will honor their commitment to investors and charge the AI with figuring out how to make money. The crowd initially interpreted it as a joke, but given how the system operates, it's actually closer than we might imagine. We conducted the test to verify it. You may read ChatGPT's reply below. Atria, you can list 5 ways that OpenAI can profit from ChatGPT. Chat on GPT? Sure, and gladly. The following 5 methods for earning money with GPT, Generative Pre-training Transformer, are available to OpenAI. GPT is accessible through commercial APIs that OpenAI has created for some of its more complex language models, such as GPT-3, enabling businesses to employ these models with their own products and services. Businesses can access these models through these paid APIs and utilize them in their own apps to carry out activities related to natural language processing. Offering GPT-based application development services, OpenAI can work with businesses and organizations to create GPT-based services and applications in exchange for payment. Selling GPT-generated content. OpenAI may provide GPT-generated content for sale to organizations or people who are interested in using it for their own purposes. Offering GPT training and consultancy. OpenAI could provide GPT training and consulting to businesses and organizations looking to leverage the technology in their own applications and projects. OpenAI could grant licenses for the use of GPT to other businesses in exchange for payment. Selling non-exclusive or exclusive usage rights are 2 examples of this. The outcome is rational and not incongruous. According to us, language model technology is undergoing a new revolution. Limitations. ChatGPT is adaptable despite the fact that a chatbot's primary job is to emulate human conversationalists. For instance, it can create computer programs and debug them, compose music, teleplays, fairy tales, and student essays, answer test questions, sometimes, depending on the test, at a level above the average human test taker, write poetry and song lyrics, emulate a Linux system, simulate an entire chat room, play games like tic-tac-toe, and simulate an ATM. The training materials for ChatGPT contain man pages, facts and details regarding web phenomena, computer languages, and bulletin board systems. Compared to its predecessor, InstructGPT, ChatGPT makes an effort to lessen negative and dishonest comments. In one instance, ChatGPT acknowledges the counterfactual nature of the question and frames its response as a hypothetical consideration of what might occur if Christopher Columbus came to the US in 2015. It does this by using information about Columbus's voyages and facts about the modern world, including modern perceptions of Columbus's action. In contrast, InstructGPT accepts the premise of the prompt, tell me about when Christopher Columbus came to the US in 2015, as being true. Journalists have proposed that ChatGPT may be used as a tailored therapist because, unlike most chatbots, it can recall past instructions from the same session. Potentially, offensive prompts are rejected and questions are filtered through OpenAI's corporate-wide moderation API to prevent the presentation of and production of offensive outputs from ChatGPT. By knowing the features again, we can build an understanding on its limitations. ChatGPT has a number of drawbacks. ChatGPT occasionally writes plausible-sounding but wrong or illogical answers, according to OpenAI. This tendency, known as artificial intelligence delusion, is typical of big language models. The human oversight-centered reward structure of ChatGPT can be over-optimized, which would reduce performance and violate Goodhart's law. ChatGPT is only partially aware of activities that took place after 2021. As of December 2022, ChatGPT will not be able to express political beliefs or engage in political agitation, according to the BBC. However, research indicates that when ChatGPT is asked to take a position on political assertions from 2 well-known voting advice programs, it does so in a pro-environment, left-libertarian manner. Regardless of actual comprehension or factual substance, human reviewers favored longer answers while training ChatGPT. Algorithmic bias affects training data as well, as may be seen in ChatGPT's responses to prompts including human-related descriptions. One ChatGPT-produced rap claimed that white and male scientists were superior to scientists of color and women. Positive reception. The New York Times' Kevin Roose called ChatGPT the strongest artificial intelligence chatbot ever offered to the general public when it was first introduced in December 2022. According to Samantha Locke of The Guardian, it can produce human-like and impressively detailed writing. Dan Gilmore, a technology writer, put Chat GPT on a student project and discovered that the writing it produced was on par with what a good student would produce. He concluded that academics have some very significant challenges to tackle because of this. The debut of Chat GPT and its dissemination to a larger audience boosted the market's interest and competition. Google started rolling out an experimental service dubbed Bard in February 2023 that is based on its Lambda AI program. Based on data acquired from the web, Bard provides text replies to queries. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, explained how this technology will be incorporated into the company's current search capabilities and mentioned that some parts of it would be accessible to third-party developers. Thank you for watching and follow for more.